sometimes you end up with a quadratic formula that gives us a complex root. So keep in mind that the quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. This would be a, this will be b, and this will be c, so I'm going to plug those in. So we get negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 2 squared minus 4 times 3 times 1 over 2 times 3. So I get negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 minus 12 over 6, which gives me negative 2 plus or minus the square root of negative 8 over 6. And now you know we can't take a square root of a negative number and still be in the real number system. So I need to use I, my imaginary number. 8 is 2 times 4, so that's going to give me 2i times the square root of 2, because if I have 8, I can take that 4 out, and then the I for the negative, and my 2 gets left behind. This is over 6. All of these will divide by 2, so I'm left with negative 1 plus or minus I times the square root of 2 over 3. Okay, my next example, I'll write down the formula for you again. And until you have the formula completely memorized, it's always a good idea to keep writing it down. So I have x is equal to negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 6 squared minus 4 times 2 times 5 over 2 times 2. So that gives me negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 36 minus 40 over 4. So I get negative 6 plus or minus the square root of negative 4 over 4, which gives me negative 6 plus or minus 2i over 4. All of these will divide by 2. So I have negative 3 plus or minus I over 2. Okay, last problem. Okay, so x is equal to negative 3, that's my b, plus or minus the square root of 3 squared minus 4 times a times c over 2 times a. So I get negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 9 minus 48. That's 4 times 2 is 8 times 6 is 48 over 4. So I get negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 39, negative 39, over 4. Now 39, I can't take anything out of that, but I do have that negative, so I have to take the negative out of the square root in the form of an I. So I get negative 3 plus or minus I times the square root of 39 over 4.